Greetings, everyone.
Good morning.
Hey.
We're here with Cathy Vartuli, and Peter and I are so excited to be welcoming her to our Transformational Intensive for Extraordinary Facilitators. This is the 4th year that we're doing it, and it's every November, and we get together a small group, an intimate group of people that get to really bring what is it that I'm most passionate about and I want to facilitate, whether it's personal one-on-one clients, whether it's workshops, whether you're wanting to facilitate just your own life. Then it's an amazing grounds and space for you to be able to do that. And Cathy has this incredible ability of really tapping into helping you find what is your greatest passion, and then what are the steps to be able to start making money at doing that. So I'm super excited that she said yes and she's joining us. I'm going to let Cathy talk to you about why she said yes and what she's bringing to the table this year. So take it away, Cathy.
Thanks, Monique. And I'm honored to be invited. I love the space you create and the intention you have for it. I'm a firm stand that many of us, especially people who are shy, have so much to share, and that we just don't know how to do it in a way that's authentic. And people with high integrity generally don't like marketing classes that are out there because they tell you to say things in a certain way that just, I know I've taken a ton of them and I'm just like, oh, this feels wrong. It feels bad for my body. And what I teach people to do is, when I guide them through just some gentle steps so they don't even realize they're getting into it, is I invite them to tune into what they're really corely passionate about and how they can share it with other people so they inspire them and educate them as they go forward. So I've taught to quite a few number of people where people were in tears at the end. They're like, oh, I hated marketing. I didn't want to come to this class, and oh my God, now I can do this. This is not hard. This is actually, it's like I'm sharing what's passionate for me in a clear way so people can decide whether to opt in or opt out. And I really believe that all of our communication is marketing in a way because we're inspiring people. The number one thing we can give to people is hope. Without hope, you can give them the best knowledge, you can give them the numbers, the winning mega ball, whatever you want. And without the hope that it's possible for them, without the hope that they can make a difference or change something in the world, none of that matters. So when we write copy, when we're writing things or sharing marketing material or educational material, we have to weave in the hope and remind them how far they've come and what they could get out of this, and that it's really not their fault. They just didn't have the right information. Because I genuinely believe that most human beings are wanting to do a good job and wanting to touch other people's lives and leave a difference behind. They just didn't know how. So for me, when I guide people through this, I understand how the survival brain is like, this is scary, I'm going to do this wrong, I have to do it some way that doesn't feel authentic to me. And I help you step through that gently so that you're not triggering all the fears. I've sat at the keyboard just terrified and not able to even move to type the first word. And so I learned through my own process, how can I help people just step into it gradually, so all of a sudden it's just putting the right things in the right order on the page and hitting send and inspiring people. Even if they don't buy, they leave transformed. They leave with, oh, even if I don't choose this, if this doesn't feel like the right doorway, there's something for me here, and I don't have to give up and feel hopeless.
And I love the way that Cathy shows people how to stack functions, and so how to be able to do so many things at the same time with what you're already working on. What is it that you're already passionate about? What are you already good at? And what are the different ways that you can actually turn that into revenue, that it's not that much harder work? Because you're already doing the work, so why not make money doing that already and having it transcribed? Go into this class, record it, have it transcribed, and then you have the written piece for the people that learn better with written. There's so many amazing tips and tools that Cathy's just a genius about, and is able to bring it to you so you can start figuring out, oh yeah, I get to pick and cut and copy and paste and put the things that work for me from all of these different tidbits that Cathy's found in, how many thousands of dollars have you spent in business?
Over 100,000.
And bringing
so basically a PhD in marketing.
Exactly. And along with all of our other PhDs.
Just one other.
There's all this space for you to get to really be you and be successful at it.
Cathy, one of the things I love about you the most is your humility. I feel like the best teachers are the ones who are confident in their knowing of who they are, where they're going, and how they connect and commune with the world, but also have a certain level of humility about how they live and breathe their life. And I feel like you really exude those qualities.
Oh, thank you so much, Peter. I value that because I don't think any of us have all the right answers, but I think perhaps together, all of us have the answers. And I just, what you're doing by running this class, you're giving people the tools to make a difference in the world. And by teaching other teachers, we can make a bigger difference. There's so many people that I'm not the right teacher for, or Monique may not be the right, or Peter, but you might be exactly the right person. You are the one that's going to have them go, oh my God, I've never heard it that way before. Now I understand. Now I can do this. And I want to give you the tools so that you can go out there and reach not 10 people, not 100 people, but thousands. Because we have so much work to do out there, guys. And there's room for all of us. There's not a competition on this. In fact, when Monique teaches, I love to promote Monique and Peter's work because people go to their events and then they're hungry for mine and vice versa.
Exactly.
So there's like, oh, this is possible. I can step into this pool. I can swim now. Where's all the water? And so I really want your voice out there. I want you to be able to inspire people in ways that feel really authentic. So you feel like you can look yourself in the mirror. You don't have to take a shower after you do the writing your ads or your copy. And even your educational material should be filled with a lot of the things that I share. And I love stacking functions. It's one of my favorite things. I have a full-time job as an engineer. And I help run 2 businesses, and I also teach and coach. And so for me, I had to learn to be super efficient, or I was literally going to sink.
What got you into this? Like, why did you get motivated about starting this path?
Originally, I was just trying to find a way to heal myself. I did therapy for 20 years. I have a sexual abuse history. I felt very broken. I felt like I didn't know humans. Like I was depressed. I was struggling. I was on antidepressants. And I tried anything. I was willing to guinea pig myself on anything. So I've been to a lot of the classes out there. And I found EFT, Emotional Freedom Techniques, which made a huge transformation in my life. And I decided after 6 months of working on my own stuff that I wanted to help share that. So I started getting coaching and certification. And I realized that there were all these amazing people that I was working with that had such brilliant information, like truly transformational, literally saved my life transformational ideas. But they were reaching maybe 100 people. And I'm like, this needs to go out more. So even though I think marketing is sleazy and I'm really uncomfortable with it, I'm going to learn it because I want to learn how to boost these people's
And do it
signals.
your way.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
give people more options on how to market.
I had to wade through several years of just nauseous inducing and very non-sex positive and non-inclusive stuff. And I've been to a lot of workshops where they're like almost all men. They're very, you have to pick and choose. I've done the mining. I've been in the mine with the pickaxe and shovel and really refined it. And the nice thing is you get to choose what feels right to you. Like I'll give you a lot of techniques and approaches so that you can go forward and you can say, I like that one and that one. I don't want to do that one and I'm going to do this one. And so you can just like feel what feels good to you and you know how to do it. And you're sitting down and just like checking off the list. Yeah, I got these things. I can go ahead and I can make this difference. And I know when I hit send that I'm really touching people in an authentic way and leaving them charged up and ready to move forward.
So if Cathy's inspiring you, if anything that we talked about is inspiring to you, then we just really want to invite you to take a look. We're going to put a link in the comments to the Transformational Intensive. And the whole idea is I had all of these people from around the world that would come to our workshops and say, I want to do what you do. And so it's not, you don't really want to do what I do. You want to do your own version. So we pulled together 7 of our favorite teachers. And we've rented this retreat center. It's our friend Robert Silver. It's on the Big Island. It's an amazing, amazing space. You're 5 miles from the naked beach. You're from the place where ecstatic dance began. There's like all these beautiful areas. Plus, the Big Island of Hawaii starts shaking up anything that's in your way. And so sometimes it can be a little bit uncomfortable, but it really helps you come to the truth of who you are. So we thought this would be the most perfect place to do it this year. And then you're all sleeping together and eating together and being in this environment of having all of these different shortcuts. And I love what Cathy talked about because I feel like each of us as teachers have gone through and mined all of these different areas of expertise that then we can teach from our own passion. And so anyone that's showing up at the intensive, we're not saying you need to do it Cathy's way or Peter's way or Monique's way or Lawrence's way or Sean's way. We're saying, here's what worked for us. Pick and choose from the things that we've gleaned that work really well of what works for you and make it into your own. And so you get to have that experience with us all week. It's November 1st through the 8th. And again, it says, we'll put some pictures. It's the most amazing space.
That's lovely, yeah.
And each one of these teachers has this sort of passion that Cathy exudes about wanting to help people and be successful at it. And if this is something you really want to up-level your facilitation skills and how you can connect and make more money at doing what you love, this is what you want to attend.
Yeah.
And we still have 2 early bird tickets left, so go click on, and we have payment plans. There's so many ways to help you be able to come, so just contact Peter or I if you have any questions. If you're feeling the call at all, then it's probably something that your heart and soul is wanting. Like, I had a dear friend from Toronto that started writing me like a year. When she saw the first one, then she started writing and saying, I'm kind of thinking about this. And we talked, and I just kept feeling like she needs to be here. So she came 2 years ago. And then my oldest son, that at the time was 24, is like, Mom, I really want to do what you do, which was so touching to me from being, Mom, you're so weird, which was true for a long time. Do I want to do what you do? And so both he and this friend show up. And like a couple of days in, they really connected, and now they're engaged and they're going to get married. And like so many of our past participants that have come to the training, then they set their intention. Like, we spend a large amount of time really creating what it is that's possible that you could walk away from. And then they're writing us and telling us, Monique, there's no words that can describe how much my life has significantly changed since I was able to open up to these possibilities.
Yeah, we've checked in with a lot of our participants from the past, and they're all doing what they love. They're all achieving and thriving and succeeding in their passion in life. And I really feel like this sort of synergistic connection with all of these different teachers that come together give permission on how to really go after what you want.
Yeah.
And you have a million choices, Cathy. So when we asked you, why did you say yes to us in this opportunity?
I know how much you care about this. Like, I know your passion and your integrity around it. And I think that people... So I'd like to make a special call out. If you think you're too shy or too quiet to do this, I am super, super shy and quiet. But when you tune in, you're around people that are passionate and have integrity, it really helps you tap into that. And I'm going to make sure a special effort for helping you tap into your passion, because that's how I get out there. If I started thinking about me, I'm a big woman, I'm very shy, I don't need to do this for a living. I could, it'd be easy to sit on the couch and watch Seinfeld reruns. But when you're tapped into your passion, you're like, oh my God, this is you're alive and you're excited. And even though it's a little scary, you can share the words. So if you're saying, I'm too shy, I'm too fat, I'm too old, I'm too young,
I don't know enough.
Yeah.
I'm not a facilitator.
Yeah.
You're a facilitator of your own life and every breath. Like, all this is going to do is give you life skills that then you can choose. Hey, Emily, then you can choose what it is that you're wanting to do in life. And so it's just giving you all of these opportunities to imagine what's possible, to be with people that have continuously broken through the mold of what's possible. Like, that's how we live our life.
Yeah.
All of the teachers that we've chosen, we're in continuous self-growth. We're in continuous self-inquiry. That's the biggest thing that we're going to teach or like offer at the Transformational Intensive, is really diving into what's the next step. What's the next step?
And I think it's so powerful that you have all these teachers, because our survival brain is looking around and saying, what is safe? And if we see one person teaching to us, we can learn a great deal, but it's not saying to our brain that we get to do it or that it's safe to move forward in that. When we see 7 people talking about this is all really good and important and hearing it from different perspectives, that survival brain, which can lift a car off a small child, that, it's that powerful energy, all of a sudden gets out of our way and starts helping us, and then, wow, can we make a difference?
Well, thank you so much, Cathy,
such
for
a
saying
pleasure.
yes
Thanks
and
for
joining
including
us.
me.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, me too.
When you offer one, like, I'm trying to decide if we want to tip it, or I think it's more along the lines of when you were first starting on this path, if a teacher came to you that you respected or you were looking up to, what were the words you wish they would have said to you to help you step into who you are?
I would have loved them to say, you can do this, because I think so many of us have doubts and fears, and we're afraid we're going to fall and be awkward. I can guarantee you'll probably be awkward. Most of us are. but the joy of walking through that awkwardness and then seeing someone's face light up and realizing that you've changed the trajectory of someone's life. You've changed it from where they were heading to sitting on the couch and watching Seinfeld reruns and waiting for their life to run out, to a place where they can have joy and passion and spread that through the world. You got to change that. You got to help create the world that you want to live in and that everyone wants to live in. That's, it's breathtaking.
Yes.
And it is possible, and you can do it.
It's the best reward. Watching people's faces at the end of the night of whatever event you just ran and seeing how people are transformed. That's really the reward you get as being a facilitator.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate it about both of you.
Yeah, you too, Peter. You both. Yeah, I love you both.
So again, ask us if you have any questions. We'll put the link below. We'd love to see you in November. And we have so many other opportunities for you to opt in on either of our programs, of us doing evening events, weekend events, online stuff. And so there's so many ways to be able to start tuning into what is it that you want. And we'd love to have you along the ride. So how do they find you, Cathy?
I'm Cathy Vartuli at theintimacydojo.com.
And Peter and I are just launching our new website called Everyday Tantra. And it's all about really living fully as you every single day. So watch for a lot more on that to come. We love you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much, everybody. We'll be seeing you soon.
Love you, Emily.
Bye.